double team?
Yeah.
It surprised you that players play out there that were double teaming you, or does that just happen to be the
Uh,
offensive pickup?
no, I guess that was just the offensive plan, but I just need to be better on the double team rush.
This opportunity you guys have in Philly, especially against that offensive line, how much are you just sort of craving the opportunity to just get on film yourself against that? I know you go against good guys here with like Wyatt and Joel, but just going against that caliber of offensive linemen to kind of test yourself.
Yeah, I mean, great opportunity. They have a lot of great players up there. They work really well together, so it'll be a good, challenge for us. Our D line to going against them, and then, in our individual battles within that.
When you say you have to be better on the double team rush, then when you watch the video, what could you have done more?
Keep my pad level down. Keep driving my feet. Just be more active.
As you've gone back and had a chance to sort of watch the tape back, how did you sort of feel the context of the film actually out there versus what you're doing in the moment? How do you kind of feel your roles for NFL debut of the season?
I mean, it went all right. I just feel like I need to work on some stuff, my double team rushes, and then just keeping my pad level down in the run game.
Mason, when we talked to Muley Counts, he said you guys trained together in Houston in the offseason, and you just kind of showed up or called him. Why was that so important?
I just like the way he plays, and then when I seen he got signed here, I immediately attached myself to him, and I just, that's a player, has done a lot of good things. He can really rush the passer, so I just thought, I've seen him around before, because we worked with the same guy, but just thought he was a good, veteran player that I should, try to model after and do what he does.
So you had watched a bunch of his film previously. What do you like so much about the team?
I just like his twitchiness, and he's sudden. He'll run through guys, and he'll just make people miss too. So I just feel like he's an all-around good player.
Mason, you and Carson both had nice debuts against the end. What did you think of Carson's game when they got a chance to watch it again a little bit on film?
Yeah, I feel like he's always around the ball, somehow, some way. Just always around the ball, and that's what you want from a linebacker. Helping the front out with calls, and all of us kind of just working together.
And do you feel like you two, as the big name acquisitions on defense this season, showed out pretty well in that game together?
Yeah, I can only speak for myself. I mean, he did a good job too, but definitely things I need to improve on.
Mason, I know like after the combine we talked about your weight and like kind of like non-story that was, but how do you feel like your body composition has changed working with these guys, and are you happy with where you are now so close to the season?
Yeah, I'm getting closer and closer to where I want to be. I just want to build more strength. I've leaned out, but just building more strength is now the biggest goal for me.
Have you done those like scans that you guys have to measure muscle mass, and have you increased that at all?
Yeah, I've increased. My last scan, I dropped like 10 pounds of fat and then gained like 3 pounds of muscle, but just trying to get better. And I don't want to drop any more fat, but keep on going. I'm like 290, yeah.
Mason, did anything stand out about just like going up against like NFL offensive linemen and opposing stand out maybe different from when you're rushing against college guys?
I just feel like the experience level, everyone that starts now is really experienced and has seen a lot of seen and played a lot of football. So I just guess that's the biggest difference. I wouldn't say it's crazy faster than college, but just different technique on defense personally.
I know you're hitting the brain of a lot of guys through training camp, but after that first preseason game, did things get more intentional? Were you able to like focus in on things you wanted to talk to like the veterans about?
Just game plan stuff. Things change depending on the week, but really just the fundamentals, just getting better at that. Talking with other guys along the front, how do they do some stuff and what works for them, and then how they see it work for me.
Did anything surprise you with your first live action? Only 13 snaps. Were you okay with the?
Yeah, I mean, nothing really surprised me. I just, it's myself that needs to get better, work on those things, like I said, pad level, and I'll be just fine.
I know we've asked you about Miles before, but the longer you're with him, what stands out? It just stands out about him, and what can you take from his game, if anything?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of stuff he does on the field you can't, replicate. It's just Miles, but I mean, he knows football. He knows situations. He gives, good calls when he sees something. We talk about it after. Just kind of, just staying in the game. Communicating throughout the game. Just keeping each other updated.
Mason, you had your first taste of joint practice last week. Now that you kind of know what to expect a little bit, what are you hoping to get out of this week's session with the
Just good competition. They won the Super Bowl last year, so that's a high pedestal, and we want to show them that we can play with them and be at that high caliber. And I mean, that's really what we're going to go out there and try and do.
Appreciate it.
Thank you. Yep.